Call the member for Solomon.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Today I also rise on behalf of the people of Solomon to acknowledge the very sad and untimely passing of former Australian of the Year and the lead singer of Yothu Yindi, Mr Yunupingu. We just heard the Minister's very moving contribution, and I'd like to associate myself with her words. Mr Yunupingu, as we've heard, died at the age of 56 after a long public battle with kidney disease. And it's with sadness that I speak of his passing, but it's also with great pride that I'm here to talk about Mr Yunupingu's achievements, which, for many of which, were first for Indigenous Australians. Mr Yunupingu was a great Territorian, admired by so many, and I acknowledge the member for Lingiari here, because Mr Yunupingu was one of his constituents. And as I said, he was admired by so many and known around the world. He was a leader for his people in that he brought Indigenous issues to the forefront of the national agenda. Now, while I never had the pleasure of meeting him, his music is well known to me and that of many Territorians. Music runs in Mr Yunupingu's family, with his nephew, Jeffrey Gurumul Yunipingu, also making beautiful music that Territorians can be proud of. As others have done here, I would also like to acknowledge Mr Yunupingu's amazing achievements. In 1986, he founded Australia's most influential Indigenous band, the Yothu Yindi. He was which was most noted for incorporating Aboriginal language and instrumentation with Western rock, which is similar to what his nephew Gurumul has done as well. The band, as we heard, released 6 major albums from 1988 to 2000, and the band won 8 ARIA awards and was nominated for 14 ARIAs. Of course, the most famous was in 1991 for the hit song Treaty, which was in 1992 Song of the Year. In 1988, he was the first Indigenous Australian from Arnhem Land to gain a university degree, a Bachelor of Arts in Education from Deakin University. In 1989, he became Assistant Principal to the Yurikala Community School, and in 1990, he took over as Principal of that school, becoming the first Aboriginal Principal in Australia, which he held until he left teaching in 1991 so that he could pursue his career in Yothu Yindi, and aren't we pleased that he did that? In 1992, he was named Australian of the Year for his role in building bridges between Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities. Yothu Yindi was inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame in 2012. In 2012, he used his ARIA induction speech to raise awareness of diabetes and kidney disease, and he encouraged all viewers to support Aboriginal recognition in the Australian Constitution. In conclusion, Mr Deputy Speaker, the sad passing yet again highlights the terrible truth that too many Aboriginal people die too young, a fact that the Leader of the Opposition, Tony Abbott, reminds Australians of so often. We still have a long way to go to improving health standards and life expectancy in our Indigenous Australians, and Mr Yunupingu did a tremendous job in bringing attention to the plight of his people. Finally, I'd like to echo the words of Northern Territory Chief Minister Adam Giles, in that the Territory and the nation has lost not only a great artist, but also a significant cultural figure. The passing of Mr Yunupingu is a sad day for the Territory, Aboriginal culture and Australian music. My condolences to Mr Yunupingu's wife, their 6 daughters, his people and his many, many fans. May he rest in peace and his music live on for generations into the future.